Hello, welcome back to 10 at 10. My name is Michael Ramage. I'm the director of the Cyber Education Research Center here at Murray State University, and welcome back to 10 at 10. 10 at 10 is brought to you through a partnership between Murray State University, Sprocket, West Kentucky, and KY Innovation. And welcome back to episode 268. It's an even numbered episode, so you know what that means. We are looking at news of the last few days and weeks and trying to see what nuggets are in there that we can take away and help us to be safer in cyberspace, help our businesses, our organizations, and our families to be a little bit safer. So today, let's just dig into it. You know what? I don't think I shared it, so let me do that too. So there's obviously, like always, there's a lot of things going on that I want to touch base on. And I want to start off by kind of starting up at the top level, and then we'll work our way down. First of all, let's look at the board level. At the board level, you'll hear me talking about metrics and having a kind of risk indicators. KPI, key performance indicators is a term that you've probably heard for a long time, particularly in the project management world. KRI, key risk indicators, is a term that has come along in the cyber world. So we need risk indicators. We don't need metrics. We need indicators. We need indicators to tell us that what do I need to be worried about? It really needs cybersecurity. The whole world, actually, this first sentence here says it. The harder task is turning those measurements into signal directors that can be used to govern risk. The whole cybersecurity world nowadays is about managing risk. Do we need to take action to mitigate some risk? Or even the opposite way? Can we loosen something up because the risk indicators show something different? A lot of times we'll see a number that shows how many phishing clicks do we have? How many blocked attacks do we have? How many phishing emails were reported to IT? That might tell us something. For example, if phishing responses, let me say that differently. If phishing reports increased over an amount of time, is that good? Does that mean we have better people that are really paying attention to what they're doing and reporting things to IT or to the security team? Or does that mean we're getting attacked more? But what we don't know either way is how many of those phishing attempts got through. If we're blocking a number of attacks, that sounds good. We can pat ourselves on the back and say, I blocked 8,000 attacks this week. That's great. How many got through? What are they attacking? Is there some sort of vulnerability that we don't know about that we need to be concerned about? There's so many things that just a metric doesn't necessarily share with us. So we need to make sure that we're looking at those risk signals. All right. So the next one, a couple of these I just find these are really interesting and worth us noting. I don't think I've talked about this before, but there has been a 44% surge in exploits on app exploits as AI speeds up cyber attacks. We've talked about AI and how it's helping the bad guys and how we've got to use it for our good guys. And what this is saying, in particular, this is looking at public-facing applications. Public-facing applications. So if we have a website that is facing the public, that is accessible online, then it's going to be really easy to take AI and attack it. That's what we're talking about. There's a surge in exploits because if I'm attacking, or if I'm even using software to attack that's not AI software, then it can take a while. If I can integrate AI and start to figure out how to use my AI tools to speed up that process, then we're at risk. And that's what's happening. So we've got to be careful with that. Related to that, and this is a different attack, but in 2024, 65% of financial organizations were targeted by ransomware. Let me back up. He got hit. They were targeted. Now, that doesn't say they lost money. That doesn't say that they paid the ransom. That doesn't say that data was stolen. But nearly 2/3 in the financial industry, financial organizations got hit by ransomware. 65% of organizations hit with ransomware. We don't know the extent of it. It said that the average recovery cost, excluding the ransom payments, reached up to $2.73 million. 2/3, that means the majority, obviously, got hit, costing them up to $2.7 million. I just go back to the point, if all of these folks are getting hit, it's just a matter of time before you're targeted. You're already being targeted. It's just a matter of time before they're successful. What are you doing to protect yourself? What are you doing to protect your organization? You need to take those steps. You just need to. All right. PayPal. This is one that a lot of people think about. PayPal had a data breach. User info may have been exposed for 6 months. It has resulted in a few recent fraudulent transactions. What should you do? If you notice a fraudulent transaction, immediately stop it. When I say stop it, call your bank, stop the transaction, cancel the card, period. Immediately. That's the recommendation. Frankly, that's what you should be doing. Number 2, PayPal has 2-factor authentication. Now, this isn't necessarily going to get all of that and help this situation, but you should also have that set up. Just every step makes it a little bit harder. But if you are seeing something, then you want to make sure that that you are taking active steps to stop. PayPal bug in the loan application exposed sensitive customer data for 5 months. Some accounts saw unauthorized transactions. Victims have been reimbursed and passwords reset. PayPal offers 2 years of free credit monitoring via Equifax. All those things, if you're a PayPal user, and most of us are, make sure you take advantage of that. And finally, and I want to spend a little bit of time talking about this, the FBI has come out and said that there are home wireless routers from Linksys that are unsafe, meaning that there are vulnerabilities that allow bad guys to break into your home network. Should you care about that? Yes, is the short version, but why should you care about that? Most people bought a wireless router. Actually, let me rephrase that. Most people, when they buy a wireless router, they use that wireless router for a long, long time. Many times, these routers are used so long that they become end of life. Actually, most people don't want to pay for the expensive router, so they buy a router that's cheap and they use it until it's past end of life, meaning there's no support or updates available for the firmware. Then exploits come along and people are able to target that. Bad guys are able to target that, and they can compromise the machines on that network. If you have home technology, they can compromise that home technology. There's a lot of bad things that can happen because of that. If you have cameras, there's just a number of things that we don't want to think about. The point with this is, first of all, if you have home wireless routers, then make sure your firmware is updated. If you bought your router These are 2011, 2009, 2010. These are 15 years old. If your router is 15 years old, go buy a new one. You need a new one anyway. Use this as the excuse to do it because there are vulnerabilities out there. All right, I'm going to stop there. There's so much more I could talk about. CISA came out with a new vulnerability that requires immediate action if you use Cisco SD-WAN. There's a lot of different things going on. There's always a lot of stuff going on, so pay attention. If you have questions ever about anything we talk about or just in general about cyber, please reach out. I'm always happy to talk. I'm always happy to respond. I'm happy to share what I can, and I will always help you and always listen. If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next week back here on 10 at 10. Thank you. Bye.